Yo, what's up? This is Tony, and this is just a little test recording that I'm doing on top of gameplay. Like first video, I guess you could say on the channel on YouTube, whatever. Anyways, the job market is so terrible right now. I feel like LinkedIn and Indeed in general are just very bad platforms for looking for a job. Why are, first of all, why are ghost jobs even a thing? It just doesn't make sense to me in general in terms of a company posting, hey, like we have people we're hiring right now, and in general they're doing like these fake job listings so they can boost numbers, and hey, we're having people here and whatnot, we're hiring people. And it's like, first of all, they're really not trying to hire anybody, and second of all, like, it's just to meet a quota of some sort of job listings or like diversity hiring or whatever. And I don't have an issue with that at all. In terms of like diversity hiring, I think it's very important to have that, because in general you want a very healthy work environment. And in general, it's annoying with what's going on. And two, the tech bubble going on and whatnot, huge tech bubble going on. And it's just like, how many more employees can Meta just lay off out of nowhere, or Oracle, or et cetera, et cetera? Like, how many more, even Amazon and Microsoft, how many more employees can they lay off, and these people just get even richer with what they got, any higher ups or whatnot? It's very weird. It's very, like, I don't know, this is shady. I think I read somewhere that we're like at one of our lowest deficits. Sorry, not highest deficits. It's more of, I did look it up just now, and in Austin, 2011 has been the highest I've been unemployed, but it just feels like quality of jobs is just really wonky right now in general in the Austin area. It feels like either you need a bachelor's or you're just working at Walmart or something. And I had really good jobs these past maybe 2 or 3 years. I've had really good office jobs and whatnot, working in the cubicle or whatever, be typing away, slaving away and shit like that. But I think it's just wild that there's not really like a balance of jobs at the moment of like what's going on. So it's just like it's making me freak out, and it's like, I didn't think my 20s were gonna be this way in general, and I'm just like here gaming away and also trying to find a job and whatnot. I mean, the previous job I was at, the server job, I didn't really like it that much in general. Um, it's just, at first I didn't mind it, but then I had to just leave there in general. It's, my heart's not in this job at all in general. Like, I feel like you just can't have a job, like your heart in a job, and it's just like you're just here just bullshitting, and people not bullshitting, but just, it just feels pointless. Everything just feels pointless, like being a server for like a wedding and whatnot, and having to dress the part. I feel goofy because it's just like, I don't know. I just feel goofy just looking all professional and whatnot, trying my best to be professional as I can. So I don't know. It's just super weird. And then I think thirdly, I think in general, there's like this like doomer culture with Reddit, where it's like you can't really find a job because everybody, oh yeah, a company sucks and this company sucks. And hey, it's good to find out if a company is not good as it seems to be. I know there's a lot of companies in general that like kind of fib and just lie about, oh yeah, we're diverse and we're very, I already said that. We're very open of anybody that comes into our company, and it's just like afterwards, it's just, um, they're not, they, even one of the companies I was working for, they're like hiding sexual harassment. Like, they just suspended somebody and then they brought him back months later and kind of swept it under the rug. And it's like, you all care about diversity, but then you don't care about women being harassed at the office. Like, what? You don't want to report that? You just want to keep it on the rug? Da, 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 da. Like, it's very, very weird. And I think maybe the more last thing in general, it's I mean, I did say that like it's a doomer culture and people are being really cynical right now in general. I mean, hey, I'm making this video right now. Sorry, I'm like jumping. I'm jumping a little bit with like topics, but I just feel like I have to just say something about it, because it's getting super annoying just trying to apply somewhere, and like it just feels so wonky right now. I've never really had this period in my life of a layoff that I experienced in October, and I found a different job, and it lasted me 3 months, and it was work from home, and then I'm just had a very hard time to like in the last 2 or 3 months in the job market in general, just trying to figure something out. And I think that's where this doomer culture is coming from in general. Like it's coming from people not being motivated anymore, from what I've seen online. And then finally, I think LinkedIn in general, LinkedIn Indeed are just very, you can go on an individual website and they're decent aggregators into finding a job. Say, I found some decent jobs through Indeed and LinkedIn, but I feel like word of mouth and knowing who you know instead of what you know, like knowing people instead of knowing what you know, is just it's gonna get you anywhere in life. And knowing people is way better than knowing something, because at the end of the day, you're able to get your foot in the door if you know somebody for a job, even if you don't have any experience. Like, hey, people are very trustworthy of you if you know somebody. But it's just also, I mean, it's just so much gatekeeping going on. And I feel like LinkedIn and Indeed are those platforms where they don't really know how to, I guess, balance someone like me. I mean, I haven't gone to college at all. I think I might want to, because I just feel a little lost right now currently, like just doing this. And I just wanted to make a YouTube video about it, because I care about YouTube a lot in general. I've been a user of the platform since 2009, and I've never really made a YouTube video like this before. Like, I feel like I need to start putting my effort into something that's going to get me somewhere that I love doing, because you know I enjoy conversing, and my little background app, I just love conversing in general, and just saying what I'm feeling at the moment, because I feel like I don't have the outlet like that in the current moment. So I think that's why a lot of things have just been really impactful right now in finding a job. And it's just like, going back to my last point, I feel like LinkedIn and Indeed are just not good platforms in general for the common man, for the working class, because I feel like what I said earlier with the ghost jobs. And I think LinkedIn in general is just, it's more of a social media platform than it really is finding a job on there at this point. I think people are just, hey, look at me, I'm at this company, I'm at that company. And it's just like, what? Like, you're just kind of bragging, like, boasting that, hey, look at me. And I saw this one post on there that was like, I've changed my resume, for 3 years I've been looking for a job. And they apparently said they had gone through 100,000 applications, like, applied to 100,000, not 100,000, 10,000, my bad. It was like 10,000, and they still haven't even found a job yet. And it's just like, what the fuck? Like, what is going on? This is someone on your platform posting that they haven't been able to find a job in about, what, over 3 years, and they've been homeless, and like they're still posting on this platform. I think that's very concerning in general when it comes to, and I think it's not fair for someone to go through that at all if they're trying their hardest and they're trying to keep their head up. And I think that's why there's a lot of doomer culture in general, and that's why a lot of people hate websites like LinkedIn and Indeed, because it just feels fake and hollow. What I've seen on Reddit and what I've seen in other places too, there's like a Facebook group as well for Austin people, like, and it just feels like, I don't know, it just feels like you need brownie, like you have to gain these brownie points to like get somewhere. And it's just like, I don't like this hierarchy shit. This pisses me off. Like, personally, a lot of this hierarchy stuff is just bullshit in my opinion, because it's just like, it makes people feel like, oh yeah, you're lesser, oh, you're a server here, or like, I don't know, or like, oh, you couldn't get this job good, like, fast enough because you weren't one of the first applicants. Or okay, this is my final point. I said my fourth point, but this is my fifth point as to like why everything's just messed up in general with the job market. I think people, when it comes to favoritism, and also using AI, recruiters using AI and all these tools to sort through, and it's just like, yeah, of course it makes sense. You can't always pick applicants, but it's also, I feel like people that are doing these jobs are just being a little bit incompetent and not really giving people an actual chance when it comes to like, a role and whatnot. And I think in general it's just very limiting. It's just so limiting in what's going on. And I don't know, I just feel like in general I'm like a hamster on the wheel, and I'm trying to like, I'm just keep running and just keep running, but that wheel's not going anywhere. And I feel like that's where the job market is at right now currently. Also to the career paths I was going as well, like I was going sideways on like my different jobs and whatnot. I just been going to one job to another, just experiencing layoffs in the tech world. It's just like, what the fuck, like literally, like what the actual fuck is going on in terms of just like what's going on and whatnot. Like it just doesn't make any sense to me, and I think those are just my reasons as to why I think the job market's just cooked in general. I think it's just really bad, and I those are just really my thoughts. I just wanted to get this out there and express how I really feel. So I mean, hey, if you like the video, I mean, give it a like, do whatever. I mean, that's just me. At the end of the day, it's just Tony. I'm out of here. Peace.